Okay, we're back for one final test. This time I've lashed up the PM research generator. It's not ideal because I have a hard time driving that little pulley that it came with. I have to shim the shaft and get it set up with a Jensen pulley. But for now, this will give us some idea. Right now we're pulling 3.5 volts, 3.5 milliamps with the potentiometer set at 1000 ohms. Notice there's a bit of a pattern here. Okay, so we're up at operating pressure. Let's not delay. Oh dear. Not even 6 volts. And not even 6 milliamps. Okay. Going to start dialing the potentiometer down to 0 ohms now. 1 turn. 2 turns. 3 turns. 4. 5. We should be at roughly 500 ohms now. Continuing on. 6. 7. 8. 5.5 volts. 28 milliamps. 9 turns. We should be at roughly 100 ohms now. And half a turn to go. 4.6 volts, just over 100 milliamps. 1/4 of a turn to go to 0. 3.9 volts, 160 milliamps. I expect the drive band's going to pop shortly, or the motor's going to seize. Oh, let's change our range. Just over 200 milliamps. Potentiometer, oops, that shows our drive band. Alright, continuing roughly where we left off. I'm just waiting for the heaters to build up pressure again. But right now we're kicking along at almost 350 milliamps and 3 volts. So I'm going to continue to wind down the potentiometer as much as I can to 0, which will create the equivalent of a dead short. This generator is a pure DC unit. There's no rectifier in it. So we're seeing different characteristics than we did with the stepper motors. Okay. We're at almost 500 milliamps. 500 milliamps, 1.2 volts. You can hear the steam engine beginning to labor. Okay, we're at 0. 0 ohms. We're cranking 560 milliamps. I think our spring belt is probably slipping on that pulley back there. Okay. What I'm going to do now is dial up to about 5 volts indicated and measure our resistance. I'd like to do it at 10 volts like we did before, but this generator combination is not going to put it out. So 5 volts will have to do. Then we can do some calculations later on our own time. Okay, 5 volts. And this is, of course, reading close to 60 milliamps. Alright, not sure what changed here. Alright, well, 5 volts, 38 milliamps, call it. Whatever. Here guys, I figured it out within the space of 2 minutes. Never thought this is a pure DC generator, so there is no semiconductor diode circuit in it. So when I shut down and switched over to resistance measurement, I was of course measuring the resistance of the entire circuit, which included the motor. So let's do this properly now. Okay, we've got 5 volts and about 60, well, close to 68 milliamps. Drat. My boiler pressure is dropping just a little bit, so let's try to do this right. 5 volts, 58. Shut down, switch to resistance, disconnect the motor, and there. Now it pops up to whatever that is. 86 ohms? Yeah, 86, because now we can dial it up to 1,000, as you can see. So 86 ohms it was. Okay, that is it for today.